In this video, we're going to draw the bee that we're going to use in a motion path in the next couple of exercises. It's got a couple of enemy eyes and it's got some other tools that we'll learn about how to use in Animate. We're going to start off with a new symbol. We're going to start with the eye and we'll do two of those. We'll only do one symbol and then we'll create both eyes. It will be identical. First thing I'm going to do is click on the little button that makes it go to white or the black border, and I'll draw my outline of the eye. And I'll draw it roughly circle, not quite though, it doesn't really matter. You choose what shape you want. And I wasn't very happy with that one, so I'm going to make it a little bit narrower and delete the one I've just done by clicking my selection tool, draw a square around it, hit delete and draw another one. That's a bit narrow in the stroke around the edges. Now I'm going to do the center. I will swap the colors using this button here and I'll get rid of the white and make that no color at all. So I've just got a black center for my ellipse. I'll draw my main part of the eye, a bit of fiddling around to make sure you've got it right. You can use the view snapping and delete the snapping and so forth. Now I'm going to use some white and draw a piece at the top there, so I've got that anime type of eye happening. And I'm also going to do another little piece at the bottom, but I want that to be a different colour. Because the background's white, I'm going to have to use a slightly different colour. I could choose red, but it's a bee, so why not go with yellow? There's honey in the bee's eyes. So I'm going to draw another ellipse on the outside here. I'll put that into the eye in a second though. I'll swap that yellow for a white. I'll draw a top on top of that ellipse and then delete my top part. So I'll get it roughly so I've got a nice arc at the bottom. Get my selection tool by hitting V, tap on the white circle, delete that or ellipse, and then drag that into the below the eye. It's not quite right, so I'm going to use Q or the transform tool at the top there. By clicking on it first, select transform or Q, drop it down a little bit width and height wise and click off, and it's starting to look quite nice. I do want one more part of the eye, I think a little white dot, so I'll go back to there, make it white and draw a little tiny white circle up the top. Now, because it's a symbol when I inserted it, if I go up to the top and click in the arrow, I'll go back to the scene, and when I look in my library, I have an eye, and I can drag in multiple eyes and use them where I want. There we go, two eyes, two fun little eyes. Now I'll delete those for the moment, and now I'm going to start the bee. So I'm going to insert new symbol. I'll call this B, go OK. I'll start off with the two eyes. One eye, two eye. I'll move them across so they're kind of next to each other. Now I want the rest of the head. So I'm going to make that a black ellipse that I'll change the shape of. So clicking on the white, choose a black colour, go to my ellipse shape, draw my ellipse. By default it goes behind the eyes, which are symbols. Go back to my selection tool, which is V, elongate it and change the shape a little bit using the tool. And that looks pretty good. It's kind of a bee's head. Now the next part I'm going to draw is the body. I'll just change the centre to yellow, draw my ellipse, and I've got the body. But I want to have some stripes. So I'm going to use my line tool and drag down from the top to the bottom of the ellipse. Just go 1, 2, I'll make them straight. We can fix that up in a second. Let's get my selection tool now and change them shape a little bit by clicking on V and then going next to it. Let's fill it using my fill tool, make sure it's black, and oops, we've got a problem. What happened there? I'll delete all of those and I'll do those lines again. But what you need to do is down on the button below here is change the gaps. I'd recommend you make them medium size so that when you draw your lines with the line tool, it will close the gaps automatically. So it will look for small gaps. So now when I click on my fill tool, make it black. In a second, I'll put those lines in, swap those colours around. Swap those colours around first, then mark. Swap those colours around, fill it in black. Oh, we've still got too much of a gap. So if we go to the properties up over the side here, you'll see, no, there's nothing there. Must be somewhere. There it is, up the top. Make the gap medium size. Let's fill it now. Perfect. Let's do the next one. Make sure the lines are black, not yellow. And one more for good measure. And fill it in with the black. Swap the colours. Once I bend them, of course. Now, I'll let you finish the rest of those. You can see I've done those. And now I'm going to put the stinger on the bee using two lines. Again, get my black fill tool. Flip the colours around so it's black. Fill it up. Then I can use, this time I can use my selection tool. You'll notice you can do it afterwards. So I'll make that a little bit bent there and a little bit bent there. And there's my bee's back end. I'll highlight all of that using my selection tool and I will go save and I'll convert that to convert it to a symbol. I can call it back or rear or something like that. You can call it what you like. And now I've got the front and the back of the bee. The next thing I'm going to do is the body, no outside line. I'll just draw that. I'll drag that behind those and put that in. Now I'm going to draw the legs. I want to make them quite a bit thicker. So I'll change my line width to something like 20, 22 or something like that and draw those in just using my line tool. Having done all of that, now a bit tricky sometimes drawing those in. Having done all that, I can select the rest of the body, the legs and the head using my selection tool. And hold the shift down and collect those legs as well. Just draw a rectangle over the legs with the shift tool. Now we can go convert that to a symbol. Call it legs or something like that, or name, whatever. It's up to you. Go OK. Now it's a symbol, so it's gone in front. I'm going to put it behind by the arrange center back. Drag my body in, and there is my bee. Now, if I put it all together by highlighting it all, by dragging my line across it, and change it to, well, actually it was a symbol already because it was a bee. So now I've got my bee, and we will go File, Save As, and we'll call it Bumbles or whatever you choose to call it. And we'll come back and we'll put the wings on next time and animate the wings so that they fly at all times when the bee is on in the movie. So thanks for watching.